Often when we're working with quadratic equations, it's useful to be able to work with them in factorized form. Now this usually means creating two brackets. In this case it's going to be an x at the beginning of each bracket and then a number term following. If the quadratic equation isn't too complicated, then one method we can use to factorize it is to use the cross method. However, if it is a very difficult quadratic equation, then you may have to use the quadratic formula. I'm just going to take a step back now, and I'm going to look at a factorized form of the quadratic where we are using pronumerals a and b. Now if we were to expand this, we get x squared plus ax plus bx plus ab. And if I collect the like terms together, we get x squared plus a plus bx plus ab. Now if I compare this with our original quadratic equation of x squared plus 5x plus 6, you can see that the number at the end of the quadratic equation is equivalent to the product of pronumerals a and b. So a times b gives us plus 6 in this case, and the sum of a and b gives us the coefficient of x. So a plus b in this case is equal to plus 5. Now the way we do our cross method is we write down our x and our x, put in our cross lines, and now we're looking for factors, for values of a and b that will multiply to give plus 6. So that could be 1 times 6, minus 1 times minus 6, 2 times 3, or minus 2 times minus 3. Those are our only options. Now in this case it's fairly straightforward. We want a and b to add up to plus 5. So pretty much straight away we can see that we're going to have to use the 2 and the 3. Sometimes it's not so obvious, and there are more cases which are more complicated, and I'll do a second example to illustrate that. And often you'll pick the wrong one, you will try it, you will realize it's the wrong one, and you will have to go back and choose another set of factors. Now I'm going to choose the 2 and the 3 then for this one. Because we've only got x and x, it doesn't matter which way round I write it. Now if we multiply out our cross lines, we've got x times 2 gives us 2x, x times 3 gives us 3x, we add them together and we get 5x, which is the x term we are looking for, plus 5x. So we have our two factors here, x plus 2 and x plus 3. And I can rewrite our quadratic equation as x plus 2 times x plus 3. We have factorized our quadratic equation using the cross method. I'm now going to do a slightly harder example. I'm going to factorize 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. Now in this case, because our first term is 2x squared, in our brackets we must have a 2x multiplying an x in order to give us that first term of 2x squared. So my cross method is going to have a 2x and an x written down before the cross lines, and I'm going to look for factors of plus 2. So this could be 1 times 2 or minus 1 times minus 2. Now in this case, because we're looking for a coefficient of x of plus 5, it's a pretty safe guess that we're going to stick with our positive option here of 1 and 2. Now in this case it does matter which way round you write it. So if I write the 2 and the 1 this way, x times 2 gives me 2x, 2x times 1 gives me 2x, and these add up to give me 4x, which as you can see is not what we're looking to achieve. So it means I've written them down the wrong way. I'm going to erase these and swap them over, put the 1 up here and the 2 there. Let's double check. X times 1 gives us x, 2x times 2 gives us 4x. Now if we add them, we get 5x, which is correct. It's what we're looking for. So we have our factors. We have 2x plus 1 and x plus 2. So I can rewrite our quadratic equation in the factorised form, 2x plus 1, x plus 2, and that is factorising the quadratic equation using the cross method.